Welcome to this week's edition of Inside Golf. I'm Rachel Riley from the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, filling in for Harry, who's still recovering from surgery. And on this week's show, we're featuring the VFTCB's Travel Rally, which was held here at Bluebell Country Club. And normally this event has a golf component to it, but it was unfortunately postponed due to the rainy weather until June 10th. So stay tuned to check more on that. But we still had lots of initiatives and campaigns that we're launching for an amazing, jam-packed, event-filled summer in Montco. And then later in the show, you'll hear about a new climbing facility coming to Montgomery County, as well as Harry will be back with our Teed Off panel at the end of the show. That's all this week on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirsttphiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. By the Haverford Trust Company. Quality is in our DNA. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
Battlefield ready! Hurry to your spot! Advance the round!
Whoa!
Fire!
Do it again!
Who are you?
Whoa! Hey, do you guys want to come with us?
Welcome back to Inside Golf. We are here at the Bluebell Country Club, a famous course designed by the one and only Arnold Palmer, where the rain may have dampened the golf event for the day, but it did not dampen our travel rally for the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, where we celebrate National Travel and Tourism Week to prove why travel matters.
Are you ready?
Welcome to the Valley Forge Tourism, event for its 4th annual travel rally day. Come on, come on. This is in celebration of the U.S. Travel Association's annual Travel and Tourism Week, which is being celebrated in all destinations all over the U.S.
So part of the reason why travel is so important in Montgomery County is we have 53 golf courses, 300,000 yards to play. So tell us a little bit about the golf here in Montco and why travel is so important, Commissioner.
Well, we're so fortunate to have 53 golf courses across Montgomery County because people from all across the region, different parts of the country come to Montgomery County to golf. We have historic golf courses designed by professional golfers that are famous, like Arnold Palmer. So it's a big attraction to people all around the country and also to the business community as well. When big companies like Merck Pharmaceuticals or some of the larger companies we're fortunate to have in Montgomery County have a big employee conference, they also golf. And when they come to golf, they use our restaurants, they stay in our hotels, and it's great for our economy here in Montgomery County.
Definitely, and that's partly why we love it. Thanks so much, Commissioner.
Oh, of course, my pleasure.
Make sure you come to see Big Apple Circus at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center this coming month.
And something we are really excited for happening coming up this weekend. It opens May 18th at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks. Big Apple Circus is coming to Montco.
Woohoo!
We have Michael Richter here with us. Michael, tell us about the show.
It's an all-new show this year, and we are so excited to be back in Philadelphia, and this is our first year at the Greater Philly Expo Center. It's a wonderful area. The entire community has been lovely to us, and we're rip-roaring and ready to go. We're opening May 18th, playing all the way through June 16th. We have acrobats, we have clowns, we have the flying trapeze, we have adorable dogs, most of them from a rescue shelter. And it's just fun for the entire family, young and old, and special this year, especially if you don't have kids. It makes a wonderful date night.
Why not take your date to the circus? Popcorn, refreshments, all that good stuff.
That's right. There's something for everybody at the Big Apple Circus.
All right, well, we're so glad you guys decided to make it Montco, and we'll see you at the circus. Celebrating travel matters. Our commissioners know that more than anybody in Montgomery County, PA. Why does travel matter to you and for Montco?
Tourism is such a huge industry here in Montgomery County. It's incredible, the events that come in, bring people from around the region and around the country here.
And you guys are always such great supporters of our organization and of travel in Montco, and you come every year. Tell us about why do you guys always support this effort?
Because it's fun. Your events are fun. And it's a great way to be able to thank the business owners and the hotels who do so much for the county.
We really appreciate your support. Thanks so much, Commissioner.
I had everything but the...
Oh, you got this. You got everything. 1, 2, around the back.
Yep. Went around the back.
No. Yep. Yeah, so turn around.
Turn around.
Now toss it up in the air, hit it off your butt.
Keep your eyes on it.
Tourism and Convention Board's Travel Rally Day would be nothing without these two gentlemen right here, our President and CEO, Mike Bowman, and our Chief Marketing Officer, Ed Harris. Mike, tell us about this event today. We've been doing it for several years now, and we're pumping everybody up for summer, right?
Well, we're so excited. This is our 4th Travel Tourism Rally Day that incorporates golf also. Unfortunately, with the weather, we've moved our golf event to June 10th. But as you can see, the place is packed. This will be the best summer that Montgomery County has ever had for events.
And the theme for this week, for last week into this week, was travel matters, and travel definitely matters in Montgomery County, right, Ed? We've got tons of events coming up.
Absolutely. Just to put it in perspective, travel equates to $1.6 billion in economic impact for Montgomery County, so it's huge. We've got a brand new golf guide we're introducing, and everybody's just excited for golf to be back again.
And besides our golf guide, we're also debuting our summer TV campaign and hotel package. Why don't you tell everybody about that?
As an organization, we're rooted in the past, but we're leading the future. Our new TV campaign shows that off with 2 soldiers who visit county attractions with 2 kids and have the time of their lives here in Montco.
And we've got tons of events coming up this summer, right, Mike? We've got Big Apple Circus opening this weekend. We've got the LPGA golf tournament coming back.
Right.
Cirque du Soleil's coming back.
Absolutely.
And Globetrotters are coming for the first time.
Absolutely. So we're really, really excited about the Big Apple Circus. First time they've been here in Montgomery County. Amaluna's coming. Amaluna is one of the top shows in the world for Cirque du Soleil. 2,500 seats. It's going to be over the top at the Expo Center. The Globetrotters are going to be here for 2 events, and of course the LPGA. What else could you ask for in Montgomery County?
And that's not all. We've got tons of different events coming in between those. And the other thing that we're introducing today is our wellness campaign. Wellness is a big trend in tourism, right, Ed? We made a video. We're pumping up John James Audubon, which is expanding this summer as well. So tell us about that.
Absolutely. What better place to unplug from your phone and technology than in Montco? Montco has it all from a wellness perspective, whether it's spas, 100 miles of trails, organic food restaurants. I could go on and on. Hiking, biking. There's so much to do to unwind and unplug right here in Montco that it's going to be a big push for us as we open up the summer.
And the great thing about all those things, you can find them at valleyforge.org, where it's ADA compliant, and you can book everything on our site right now. Jackrabbit, Open Table, all that good stuff. So we're really pumped and excited for a great summer in Montgomery County, PA. Besides all of those initiatives that we're launching this summer, the VFTCB also presented Musicopia with a $15,000 check for music education in area schools. The proceeds come from when we hosted the Philadelphia Orchestra at the Keswick Theater back in March. Next up, there's a brand new climbing facility coming to Montgomery County, and it's going to host a national climbing event this year.
Everyone is looking for something. Consistency. Quality. Peace of mind. Found. The Haverford Trust Company.
Clubhouse Golf has teed off at the King of Prussia Mall. Gary, tell us about Clubhouse Golf.
Here at Clubhouse Golf, you can practice your game on some of the greatest, most famous courses in the world. We're open 7 days a week. Come in as early as 6 a.m. You can bring your own clubs, or we could supply them for you. Looking for a lesson? We have a PGA Pro available. Or bring your own pro along.
Bring your own foursome. Celebrate a birthday or any special event. Clubhouse Golf, conveniently located in the plaza at King of Prussia Mall. Tee off at Clubhouse Golf.
Welcome back. As we mentioned earlier in the program, there's a brand new facility that's the first of its kind opening up in Bridgeport in Montgomery County, PA. And it's a great place to train or exercise, especially if you're trying to improve your golf game.
We've always had something missing in the Philadelphia area, and that was a great climbing facility. We've always had smaller ones or ones that were aged, but never one that was built to the specs of a great climbing facility that you would have out west or somewhere in an area where climbing is more prevalent. And that was really the basis for doing something here, and they're becoming more and more popular as more and more people are getting involved in the sport. And we just thought it'd be a great addition to the Philadelphia area. It started out west with people building larger scale, bigger rock gyms, and it's slowly trickling east, but we're really the first one in our area to have something of this size and scope. It's not an easy thing to put together. We really took a lot of time and effort building the right facility, coming up with the right configurations, great things for spectating, getting the right people in here to set the walls up and the floors. And it was a many-year process coming and getting this to fruition. We really started looking at existing buildings and trying to put the climbing walls in an existing structure, but what we were looking for just didn't exist, and we came to the realization that to do it right, it had to be a brand new building built from the ground up to accommodate climbing walls and all the other fitness activities in here.
Level with the big rope.
We're going to have a fitness area with weights and cardio equipment. There'll be a full set of free weights and other cable equipment you can use, cardio equipment. We're going to have spinning bikes, we're going to have treadmills, all that. The goal is that if you're in rock climbing, you're also into other fitness, that you'll be able to use our gym for both, to have a membership to us instead of for multiple gyms. And we also have a dedicated yoga studio that will have yoga classes throughout the week, as well as other classes that we may have for Krav Maga or other various fitness classes. This July, we're hosting USA Climbing's Sport and Speed Youth National Championship, which is all the youth competitors from throughout the country have to qualify to come here for the big event. It's actually the largest climbing competition in the country by volume of participants, and there'll be over 800 kids and their families and coaches coming here to look at our facility. and to climb your own. Although we're built for competition, it's really not only for competition. We're really geared towards beginners as well. So first-time climbers, people who've never tried the sport before. We've got introductory walls, we've got great instructors, we've got really the best people to teach you and to get you in here and have a good experience the first time. It's a great way to work out. It's not your traditional means of going to the gym and working out. It's fun, it's social. You come here with a group of friends, you can belay each other together on the rope climbing walls, or do bouldering where you're upstairs, you don't have any ropes, and you climb with larger groups, and it's a lot of fun. It's not your typical workout, and most people who try it tend to come back, and we'd like to introduce the sport to as many people as we can.
So be sure to check out Reach Climbing. You won't be able to miss the Big Blue Building in Bridgeport. And coming up next, Harry's back with our teed off panel.
List of people you want to read when it comes to the game of golf?
Well, not to sound patronizing, but I'm a big fan of these two guys. I think they're very fine riders.
Welcome back. Inside Golf Now continues with our teed-off panel. Today from Bluestone Country Club, Bluebell, Pennsylvania. In fact, we're right on the first tee of the first hole. And if you want to be a member at Bluestone, place to go is their website, bluestonecc.com. That's bluestonecc.com. Ken Dunnick is with us. He's back. He's the publisher of Philly Man and Jersey Man magazine. He's expanded now with a Boston Man magazine to New England, maybe down south in the future. You're hoping?
Whatever market will pony up the money, Harry, I'll be there with bells on.
The man will be there. And here's his latest issue of Philly Man and Jersey Man magazine. Speaking of authors, Bob Shepard's back, PGA professional, and also an author in his own right. He has his own blog. He writes short stories. Has a book now. How many years has it been out on the market?
It's about third or fourth year.
Third or fourth?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's still available. If they hadn't invented golf,
we never would have needed the damn whiskey.
How about that?
And it's on Amazon.
Among other
Easy to
things.
get. Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Easy read, too. If you picked it up in Philadelphia, by the time you get to Miami, you'll have it read.
Okay. You have to walk or fly, whatever.
Right.
Joe Logan of myphillygolf.com. Joe covered the game of golf for the Inquirer, and he has his myphillygolf.com. It keeps you up to date on everything. You have all the inside stuff, right? That's all he's going to say. He's not giving away his sources. You know, Joe, I'm going to start with you. Our topic today is talking about great golf writers, and what kind of spurred the idea was the recent passing of Dan Jenkins, who may be the most iconic golf writer for the last 50 years, maybe in American history, I don't know. But Dan Jenkins, he was funny, he was to the point, he had his sources, he was one of Ben Hogan's closest friends, right?
Not closest friend, but certainly knew him well and played a lot of golf with him and held him in very, very high esteem.
Right.
Did know him very
He began his career down there in Fort Worth. What was it, Telegram, I believe?
Press.
Or Press? Okay. Where would you rank him in terms of, you know, the list of great golf writers?
Well, he's certainly right there in terms of American golf writers, one or two. I mean, people would suggest the most classic is Herbert Warren Wind, who wrote some for Sports Illustrated, but mostly for the New Yorker over the years. But that's different. He had 6-8 weeks to write stories. Dan Jenkins was pounding out deadline weekly magazines. He was funny. He was great. I've been reading. I actually got to know Dan a little bit years ago, and at tournaments at majors would sit with him at lunch and listen to him. And I mean, he would kind of hold court, and his daughter, Sally Jenkins, who was a great sports writer, a columnist for the Washington Post, would be there, and you could just sit and listen. And for somebody like me who grew up reading him, I mean, it's, you know, like sitting next to your hero and just listening. He was great. And in fact, now that he's died, I'm going back and reading a lot of his classic stuff, including some of his novels. I'm almost finished with one right now called You Gotta Play Hurt. Other great golf writers, I mean, I'll mention a couple local guys right here. Michael Bamberger, if you know that name. He wrote for Sports Illustrated for a lot of years, is now with Golf Magazine, also writes golf books, local guy in Philadelphia, friend of mine. Another guy, Tom Coyne, who writes golf books. He writes about Ireland and Scotland. Irish guy. He's teaches English at St. Joe's. He's getting ready to do, he did golf in Scotland, golf in Ireland, and he's about to do golf in America. Jim Finnegan was a great golf historian.
Sure. Pete Trenum.
Pete Trenum is
local pro who has kept a history of the section golf.
Right, who I'm working with. I'm writing the club history of St. David's right now, and I'm working with Pete. He's forgotten more about St. David's than I'll ever know.
Absolutely. Talking about playing hurt, Ken Dunnick did that as an athlete himself.
Very often.
Yeah, I mean, you had to play hurt at the level he played at, which was the NFL. But when it comes to writers, and now you're publishing, like I mentioned, your own magazine, do you get a chance to put together a little list of people you want to read when it comes to the game of golf?
Well, not to sound patronizing, but I'm a big fan of these two guys. I think they're very fine writers. I know Bill Lyon, who wrote about golf and other subjects, one of the best writers I've ever read. And, you know, Bill's having some health challenges, so want to wish him well. On a national level, John Feinstein, the book Good Walk Spoiled, is probably my most favorite golf book. And I think he does a good job of covering it. But and then there's a lot of young writers that are up and coming that the talent is amazing. They say writing is a lost art, but there's a lot of young talent coming up and keeping good journalism and golf writing alive. And I enjoy just about everybody.
Bob, you, like I mentioned, have a second career now. I mean, you were a golf professional, still are, but I mean, that was your bread and butter for years, and now you've taken to writing about the game from either your own personal experience or, you know, some fictional stories that you've written. Who inspired you to get into that?
Well, basically, I've been doing it since I was young. I used to play guitar, and I'd write songs, and I'd play in coffee houses. This is back in high school and college, and actually did pretty well with it. I was getting paid and blah, blah, blah. I enjoyed writing my whole life. I had very bad time at school. They never gave me good grades. And because I was too creative, they used to say, you know, you got to stay within the bounds. And so I never pursued it. But anyhow, to make a long story short, Dan Jenkins has, I think, the best book ever written is The Dogged Victims of Inexorable Fate. Fabulous book. If you ever get a chance to read it, every golfer should read it because he is so good at everything he does with a pen. It's an amazing man. So anyhow, he would be my favorite. And this Jeff Shackelford too. He is very good at Golf Digest. I think he handles some of the hot topics quickly, which is what you want. You want to get an overnight view of what's going on. And he would be my go-to. If there was a rules controversy, I would go right to him. He'd be spot on.
The man that had the info for you. You want to add something,
you know,
Kenny?
These old-timer guys like Bob Drum and Jenkins, they had access to these golfers.
That's
and
right.
What's the story about Palmer? Didn't Drum and Jenkins make Palmer mad before he teed off the final round
at Cherry Hills?
Yeah, Cherry Hills, and he said, "I'm going to drive the opening hole," and he did it. And
he was so mad he won the U.S. Open.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
But could you imagine a reporter having access to a guy that's sniffing at the lead in between rounds? It just doesn't happen anymore.
No, it doesn't. No.
All right, gentlemen, thanks for your insights on great golf writers. We'll be back. More of Inside Golf in a moment.
Located in Bluebell, just a short drive from Plymouth Meeting, Bluestone Country Club offers a setting that's close at hand but feels like a world away. Bluestone offers a championship caliber golf course, practice facilities including a large driving range, separate chipping and putting areas, and a staff of PGA professionals. At the Country House at Bluestone, you'll find excellent food, superb service, and an outstanding setting. Their expert staff will assist in planning your next event, whether it's a wedding or simply a luncheon, dinner, or cocktail party. Check out Bluestone's variety of membership options. Much more than a golf course, Bluestone is a community.
first tee of Greater Philadelphia, where golf is more than a game.
Everyone knows the five senses.
But what if we told you
There's more. An elusive sensation.
coaxed out only under ideal circumstances?
We can't fully describe it, but you'll know it.
When you feel it.
We call it the ultimate driving machine.
Take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers today.
TCV's travel rally may be done and National Travel and Tourism Week may be over, but we will definitely see why travel matters this summer in Montgomery County, so be sure to check out valleyforge.org for more on all of those events coming up. Thanks so much for joining us this week. For the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, I'm Rachel Riley.
Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia. GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine. It's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. By the Haverford Trust Company. Quality is in our DNA. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.